melting point and boiling point. First, we are going to discuss about melting point. Have you heard about the melting point? What's the meaning of it? Okay, melting point means the constant temperature. The constant temperature which a solid substance changes into its liquid state. A solid substance changes into its liquid state. For an example, we can take ice. Ice means a solid substance. So, this ice converts into water. Water is a liquid substance. So, water is the liquid substance of ice. So, ice converts into water by absorbing heat. So, we need heat to convert ice into water. Absorbing heat, ice converted into water. Okay. Now, let's do activity 14.3 to find out what is the constant temperature at which ice changes into water. Activity 14.3. Here we are going to find out the melting point of ice. Ice is a solid substance. So here we need some ice cubes. Keep these ice cubes in a funnel. Then keep this funnel on a beaker. Okay. Then we have to keep the glass thermometer in the ice cubes to find out the melting point. Okay. When we observe in this, we can find out the melting point. When ice is melting, we can find the temperature. What is the temperature of the thermometer? So we can see here in the temperature of 0 Celsius, the ice is melting. So the melting point of ice is 0 Celsius. This is the melting point of ice. Zero Celsius. So when water becomes into ice, we call it freezing. We call this incident as freezing. So freezing point also 0 Celsius. You know, the freezing point of water is also 0 Celsius. The melting point of ice, it is also 0 Celsius. So here you can see in page number 44, there's table. This is the table. You can see there are some melting points of substances. Here you can see ice, that is 0. Melting point is 0. Then paraffin wax. In paraffin wax, it is 60 Celsius. And lead, 317 Celsius. Then iron, 1539. So in iron, it is very high, the temperature. Iron is melting at very high temperature. Okay, let's go to another point. Next one is boiling point. So what is boiling point? As the previous one, this is the constant temperature which a liquid substance changes into its gaseous state. For example, we can take water. Water is a liquid substance. So this liquid substance absorb heat and change into steam. Steam means Himalaya. Steam is a gaseous state of water. So water convert into steam by absorbing heat. Here you can realize that when solid convert heat. So heat is needed to convert these states, solid into liquid, liquid into gas. Now we are going to find out the boiling point of water. Boiling point of water. Let's do this activity. Activity 14.4. Turn to page number 45. Here we need a boiling tube. This is a boiling tube. And we have to put some water to boiling tube. And we have to heat this water by using a burner. And we have to keep a glass thermometer in the water, in this boiling tube as shown in the figure. Then in a few minutes we can observe water is boiling. The boiling of water by involving bubbles and steam. We can see the steam and bubbles are there. So water is boiling. In that time we can see what is the temperature of this thermometer. Here we can see the temperature is 100 Celsius. Boiling point of water is 100. This is boiling point. Boiling point of water, it is 100 Celsius. So here we can see there is a table in page number 45. In this table we can see the boiling point of some substances. In alcohol it is 77. Alcohol 77. Lower than water. In paraffin wax it is 370. In water you know Celsius 100. And lead it is 1744. And iron is very high. The boiling point 2900. Here you have to remember one thing. These values are taken at the atmospheric pressure 1 atm. This is boiling point Celsius at 1 atm. So according to the atmospheric pressure, these values are changing. Okay, please remember that. So these values are taken at 1 atm of atmospheric pressure. So at 1 atm of atmospheric pressure, the boiling point of water is 100 Celsius and melting point of ice is 0 Celsius. When we are using thermometer, we should know how to use this thermometer correctly. Okay, let's discuss how to use this correctly. Here this is the thermometer. Here you can see in red color, this is the mercury column and this is the scale of the thermometer. So when we are taking the temperature, the thermometer should be in vertical position. The thermometer should be in vertical position. So when it is in vertical position, the bulb of the thermometer can contact well with the substance which we are going to measure the temperature. So this thermometer should be vertical. When taking readings, thermometer should be adjusted to eye level. So when we are taking readings, the thermometer should be adjusted to our eye level. Then eye should be kept correctly in line with mercury column, like this way. Eye should be kept correctly in line with. Eye should be kept correctly in line with the mercury column. In line with the mercury column. As the figure, you have to take the reading. Otherwise, it is wrong. So these are the methods where using the thermometer correctly. If you have a thermometer in your home, you can find out the temperature of some places. In your garden, in your home, under a tree, in a dry place, and in a place with sandy soil, and in a place with high moisture content. And you can put some water into a jug and then you can measure the temperature of that water. Then you can take some soil and put into a beaker. Then you can place the thermometer vertically and you can find the temperature of that soil. Do you know there is a special thermometer to find out the temperature of soil? That is soil thermometer. We call it as soil thermometer. So this soil thermometer is used to find out the temperature of soil. Clinical thermometer. Have you seen clinical thermometer? I think you have seen this one. This is clinical thermometer. We are using this clinical thermometer to measure the temperature of our body. Okay, look at this figure. There are some special features of the clinical thermometer. This is the bulb. The bulb is filled with mercury. And this is the capillary tube. Here you can see there is a fine bend in the capillary tube. There is a fine bend. And you can see the temperature range is short. Here 35 to 43. Only 35 to 43 we can take the temperature. That is the temperature range in the clinical thermometer. Okay. We can take the measurement of our body temperature from this clinical thermometer for adults, and also we can take the temperature of little babies. Now we are going to discuss how to take the temperature from this clinical thermometer. Here first we have to wash the bulb with an antiseptic solution because there can be some germs, microbials around the bulb. So we have to wash the bulb with an antiseptic solution. Then keep the bulb of the thermometer under the tongue. There is a figure. As the figure, we have to keep the bulb of the thermometer under the tongue for 2 minutes. We have to keep it 2 minutes. Then remove the thermometer and we can take the reading by keeping it vertical position. The thermometer we have to keep it in a vertical position and we can take the reading. So when we take the reading, the temperature of small babies, we can keep the bulb of the clinical thermometer under their armpits and we can take the reading. You know, you can see there is a fine bend in this clinical thermometer. So what is the use of it? Why it is there? The fine bend. When we take in the readings of the thermometer, the mercury column can be rising up or falling down. So when there is a fine bend, it is prevent falling down or raising up the mercury column. So therefore, the reading of the temperature can be kept unchanged even after the thermometer is removed from the mouth of the patient. When we remove the thermometer from the mouth of the patient, the temperature is kept unchanged. So that is the use of this fine bend. The thermometer should be shaken well to send the mercury column down the bend before it is used for the next time. So when we using it at the next time we have to shake well the clinical thermometer. Okay. What is the body temperature of healthy person? You should know that. It is 36.9 in Celsius or 98.4 in Fahrenheit. Nearly 37 in Celsius. 36.9 Celsius, 98.4 in Fahrenheit. So, there are new type of thermometers are invented for measuring body temperature now. So, you can find out what are the new types of thermometers that are invented for measuring the body temperature.